Hey guys, so it's been a really long time since I've made a video, I know, since like right after Monumental, right, which was July. The reason is my old phone really sucked. This one right here. If you have this phone, I'm so sorry for you. I just got my new one today. It's a Samsung Galaxy S3 because I couldn't afford the S5 because I lost my job. But don't worry, because I'm going back to my old job, which I switched jobs since the last time I was there for 2 weeks. So whatever. Anyways, I was just updating. I got my snake bites 2 weeks ago, a little over 2 weeks, and you can tell they give you the long bars for swelling, and mine swelled for like 2 days, and then I got over it, and so now I'm just stuck with these for like another 2 weeks until they'll let me change them. And I have to drive. I'm in Henderson, which is about an hour away from Raleigh, which is where my tattoo place the one I got these at, because the one I get everything else done at was closing early that night. Anyways, I was just updating. I need to do my hair because I haven't done that in a really long time, but I'm broke, so it'll be a while. Let's see, what have I done I've done a lot actually since the last time I updated. I've got a boyfriend. We've been together, what's today? The 20-something? Oh, the 11th. We've been together almost 2 months. And he lives 3 hours away from me, which kills me. I hate it. I never get to see him. Okay. So it's the 11th of November. So almost 2 weeks ago, I went to Riverwalk, which is an or a townhouse place in Greenville, North Carolina. Now, if you're not from North Carolina, you might not know this, but Greenville, specifically East Carolina University, which is where I went for a year before I took a year off, it's the party school. East Carolina is the party school of North Carolina, so Greenville's the place to be pretty much any weekend, but especially Halloween. So a few of my friends went to Greenville to East Carolina to party on Halloween, since Halloween was on a Friday this year. And I don't know how wide the news covered it, but I don't know if they covered it outside North Carolina. They probably didn't, but if you YouTube Riverwalk Riots, Greenville, North Carolina, it was insane. I pre-gamed before I went at the hotel, and so I was kind of drunk when I got there, and so I was just having fun, and I think everybody else was too. Like, it wasn't like an angry mob or anything, but when we first got there, there were the big East Carolina, school buses. One of them was driving through the crowd, and there were, 3 or 4 dudes on top of it, and me and one of my friends was like, let's go climb on top with them. So I was like, heck yeah. So we start running, and then I realized that the bus is moving through the crowd, and those guys, climbed on top while it was moving, and so I was like, nah, I'm not about to get on a moving bus. I wasn't that drunk. So, we were standing there, and I noticed there were people banging on the windows and the side of the bus, and they had busted the windows out, and that was crazy to me. And then also when we first got there, there was a stop sign at the corner where you turn the corner and the townhomes are there, and somebody took the stop sign and was shaking it, and they shook it enough until they pulled it out of the ground, which was crazy. And then they went on the other side of the street and got the one from down the street, and they were kind of sword fighting with the stop signs, and people were stomping on them and shouting anarchy and stuff like that, and I actually stomped on the stop sign, which I thought was cool at the time. I still think it's kind of cool. But then my boyfriend was there, by the way. He got there right at the end because he was coming from Wilmington, which was 2.5 hours away from Greenville, I think. And not long after he got there, people started running away. The police had been coming on and off, but I guess the crowd was so thick they couldn't get through. And then people just start running, and my boyfriend grabs my hand because he was completely sober when he got there because he had been driving. He had just gotten into town. And he takes my hand and we start running. I'm like, where are we going? And I look back and the SWAT team's coming with, I mean, I'm talking, they had their riot shields up, like in formation, walking down the street. And people were saying they were like shooting beanbags into the crowd. And I found out later on the news they had tear gas that they were spraying or whatever. And it was really crazy. People had been throwing bottles like up into the air. People were climbing the telephone pole, and people were throwing bottles at the people climbing the telephone poles. Like, when I got home later that night, because it was really cold that night too. So when I got home and I was like sober, I was thinking about it, like, that was really dangerous. Like, I could have been seriously hurt that night. But it was really fun, and I'm going again next year. So if you are in North Carolina or in the Greenville area around Halloween, definitely check out ECU, because those dudes know how to party hard. But I didn't do anything like super illegal that night. I try not to. What else? Sorry, I'm rambling because I haven't updated in so long. So yeah, that was really, really crazy that night. That's probably the craziest. If you've seen Project X, it was basically Project X. Like, that's the kind of party it was. That's what everybody's been comparing it to, and it really was. Like, it was insane. And, let's see. That's basically it. That's the craziest thing I've done, like, ever. So, it was awesome, and I can't wait to do it again. So, yeah, that's about it. I'm going to try to update more because I finally have a phone with a front-facing camera, a selfie camera as I call it, and it's easier for me to take videos and stuff because, like, with this one, with this little piece of crap right here, this is the only camera it has, and there's the camera and then the light right there. That light doesn't work for crap. Like, this one doesn't have a light on the front of it, and it's way brighter than this one. For some reason, that light, I'm pretty sure, makes it look darker. So I hate it, and soon I'm going to take this phone and throw it against a wall just because I can, because I don't need it anymore, and I hate it, and you have no idea. Straight talk, don't get it. It's not worth it. And also this LG, whatever the heck this is, don't get it. I've had it about a year, well, a little over a year, and the battery life sucks. The charger, you have to hold it a certain way or it won't charge. The keyboard works like half the time. My apps suck. Like, the 3G just is really, really slow. And I called the phone company and they were like, oh, well, you know, after you've used up your data for this month, which, number one, I have unlimited data. But they were like, once you reach a certain amount of data that you've used, it starts acting really slow. I'm like, well, why is it slow all the time? Like, not just at the end of the month or whatever. Like, even at the beginning of the month, it's really slow. And I couldn't watch Snapchat videos on it either, which sucked. So I can finally, if you send me a video on Snapchat, I can watch it now. So I've rambled for 8 minutes. I'm going to go probably watch either How I Met Your Mother or some Achievement Hunter videos and go to bed because I need to, but I've had caffeine and sugar, and that might not happen anytime soon, even though it's almost 3 a.m. So I'm going to go try to relax and go to sleep, and I love you guys, and let me know how your Halloween was in the comments, because mine was crazy. And I will try to update again soon-ish, but I say that all the time, and it's like a year, so I make up for it with really long videos, so you're welcome, even though nobody really cares what I have to say, but you know. But anyways, yeah, I love you guys, and I will talk to you probably, maybe next time I talk to you, I won't have these things sticking out of my mouth like this. It's really irritating. If you're thinking about getting snake bites, freaking be prepared, dude. At first, eating was really hard. I've gotten used to it now, but now it's just, like, annoying, because I play with them a lot. See, like, and it's just, they're irritating. I wish I could change them right now. So I'm gonna go, really, before I keep rambling again for 10 more minutes. I love you guys, and write in the comments how your Halloween was and everything, and I'll update again later. Maybe. Bye.